All right. All right, man. You know the deal. MIC Podcast episode 188. 188, man. Let's just take a breather after that, man. This shit is still rolling, man. We're going to keep rolling. Where everyone is a master of their own creation. You may recognize our guest just from the old school nostalgic Pittsburgh content he be dropping on Instagram. But even beyond that, my man is a film director. His movie Blam is coming soon. It's going to be a really, really dope look at, like the wrestling scene in the city, man. And, as of today, he can also add podcast host to his resume, man. We got Jay Ruff Bone White in the building, man. What's going on, bro?
What's cracking, man?
My man, thank you very much for coming through. Just even when I first met you, this is just like a long overdue episode, man, because you just been doing your thing in the city for however long, you know what I mean. So it's like it's just crazy that like this is we're like the first time we're like really like chopping up at length,
Right, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I feel like I'm a wrestling commentator right now.
Absolutely.
With this microphone, I mean?
Oh my God, he's a bastard. Yeah. No, for real, man. Bro, just really off top, how's life been for you, lately, how you been doing, man? How you feeling?
Oh man, I'm great, man.
Yeah.
Can't complain, man.
Yeah.
Life's good, man. I weathered a lot of storms when I was younger, so I feel
sure.
like this part of my life is like on autopilot. You know what I mean? It's like whatever you build, just it goes. You know what I mean? Yeah, it just coasts, man. You just keep going hard. So, I'm 46. So
there you go. That's creepy. You don't even look like it, bro. Like,
well, black don't crack unless you smoke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Unless you smoke crack, it might. You know what I mean?
Might do a little damage.
But yeah, bro, I just try to take care of myself, man.
Course,
try to eat decent. You know what I mean? Go to the gym, work out. I don't get high. You know what I mean? I don't do hardcore drugs. Never did.
Yeah.
So just the certain stuff, man. I just live by certain morals and principles, and I just stay in my world, man.
Word up, man.
And I've been blessed. God been good to me. I've been blessed. So
100%. Man. Nah, man. It's it's very respectable, bro. Just even you got the belts here again. Like I know you were telling me like you ain't really been keeping up with like the the recent shit. But I'm a lifelong wrestling fan. I don't think I'll ever not like wrestling in my life. It just is what it is, But it's like an ebbs and flows thing. It's kind of like an artist. Like sometimes they have a run where it's like nigga they can't do no wrong, and the other times it's like I listen like his last couple albums.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So it's just like something like you can check in on, and if it's for you at the time, it's for you. But before we get into all of that, man, I just even want to ask just to kick it off, bro. Like, what does a city like Pittsburgh mean to you, bro?
The what?
A city like Pittsburgh, what does it mean to you?
Pittsburgh means a lot to me, man. This is where I learned so much, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is my home. This is my roots. You know what I mean? My family's from here. Like my grandma, my mom's from Georgia, and she moved up here when she was a kid. You know what I mean? But I got a big family here in Pittsburgh, so this is where my roots is at. This city means a lot to me. That's why I represent it so hard. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like I've been through so much here, the good, the bad, the ups, the downs. Right. You know what I mean? But all of it molded me into being the person I am today through Pittsburgh. You know what I mean? I have lived other places where I was able to see other things, but the Burgh is always the home base, my roots, man, where I got it out the mud, where I first hopped off the porch, where I, first did everything here in the Burgh, man. So this is it, man. It's the Burgh, bro.
Word up. Where in Pittsburgh are you from?
I'm from the South Side. I'm from a neighborhood called Belle-Suver.
Okay.
So Belle-Suver is the only predominantly black community. You know what I mean? We had two project neighborhoods over there, which was Arlington Heights and St. Clair Village. But we was a neighborhood that was a good economic black neighborhood on the South Side. So that's where I'm from. That's where I was raised. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm not from no other neighborhood in Pittsburgh. I'm from Belle-Suver.
Word up. What was life looking like for you, when you were growing up in Belle-Suver?
Belle-Suver was great before crack hit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just like before crack and gang banging.
Crazy.
So it was a good community, man. Like a lot of black people had money. People had, everybody owned their house damn near in Belle-Suver.
It's crazy how that's just like such like a moment in time. It's like shit was cool until crack got introduced to the situation. Yeah. It's like, God damn, son, like that shit is crazy.
Yeah, it was it was a culture shift. You know what I mean? Being a kid, playing with G.I. Joes at 10, 11, and then 12, 13, we
fiends, like
we full fledged, and we gangbangers now. Like you know what I mean? You go from playing Sega to being a gangbanger. It was like the
such a jump.
Yeah, the whole shift in culture is like now you damn near like a grown man without even knowing how to be a grown man, because now you in the streets, and in the streets makes you into somebody you're not.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Even if you don't want to be like that. So it was a whole culture shift. But growing up, I had a good childhood. I had a good family. Like my mom, you know what I mean? My dad, I didn't grow up with my dad, but my dad's side of the family helped take care of me too. You know what I mean? So I had a good life growing up. Yeah. You know what I mean? I was the firstborn of all the grandkids. My parents was young when they had me. You know what I mean? My mom and dad was 17 when they had me. I'm born in 1979.
Okay.
So I was one of the first people born from my dad's generation. You know what I mean? One of the first kids in Belsuver born from my dad and them's generation. So everybody showed me love. Everybody knows me in my neighborhood. Everybody, you know what I mean, helped raise me. You know what I mean? And I was raised in a Christian household with my granddad.
Yeah.
So I went to church every Sunday. My grandma and them, they prayed for me. That's probably why I'm still living. Like my grandma and granddad praying and being there. And you know what I mean? Even though when I was in the streets messing up, my granddad always gave me tough love, and my grandma always gave me the real love. You know what I mean? But they always loved me. They always cared for me. They always wanted to see me do good.
Thanks.
So I'm glad I was able to make my grandparents happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At a point in my life. You know what I mean? So I'm cool with it, yo. So
were you like just like creative as a kid, would you say?
So when I was a kid, I just did what everybody else did, kind of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I never really did different stuff. Like I started to pick up a camera. Like I always was infatuated with video cameras ever since I was a kid. Like my granddad used to go over to Africa doing missionary work. He built schools over there and all types of stuff.
What part of Africa?
I mean, he went everywhere. My granddad been to Africa probably like 15 times.
That's crazy.
You know? Yeah. And he would take his old VCR tapes. You know what I mean? The camera with the VCR tapes. And he would film over there, and then like he would film more family dinners and stuff. So I always liked the cameras, you know what I mean? Not even really like being in front of one. And then as I got older, I picked up a camera, and I kind of but I was just filming the hood, and I ain't have no editing software, nothing like that. I just was filming what was going on in the hood, like filming me hitting chicks and shit, like wild shit, yo. You know what I mean? Like shit in the hood, bro. Like I'm filming us on the block, you know what I mean? Riding around talking shit with cameras. But I never took it as like being a filmmaker, you know what I mean?
Right.
Then I didn't really get into the filmmaking aspect until I moved to North Carolina.
Okay.
So that's when I really picked up a camera. I was rapping, and then I had 2 videos, and like YouTube wasn't really cracking like that. And I was like, damn, I want to do a little documentary on my hood, because I had 2 videos. I was like, I might as well just try to do like a little DVD about my hood. And I was inspired by my man Hannibal. He did a documentary called Overdose. And I was like, damn, I wish I could do something like that in the Burgh. He's from Pittsburgh, but he lived in D.C. So he went to Pittsburgh, D.C., all types of different cities. And that inspired me to pick up a camera and do a documentary about my neighborhood. But I didn't know about editing software.
Right.
Like it was a little mini DV camera, a JVC.
Okay.
And I was just recording. And one dude I knew, he downloaded Sony Vegas off LimeWire. This was way back. LimeWire, powered in software. It's before Pirate Bay and all that.
And then what happened after his computer blew up?
Yeah.
Once he downloaded that shit.
Yeah. And all he knew, he's like, yo, you hit Control-C and it cuts the video and audio clip.
Right.
And I just kind of ran from it from there. I started filming a little documentary in my hood, about my hood, showing all the wild stuff that was going on. Then I was like, a light bulb went off in my head. And I was like, damn, what if I can film the whole Pittsburgh? What if I can go through all the hoods and film? This is during, and it was still gangbanging, you know what I mean? So I grew up in a Crip neighborhood, you know what I mean? I was heavy, you know what I mean, on the Crip side when I was younger. I used to gangbang heavy. And I was like, damn, I ain't going to be able to go through all these neighborhoods. But I made a flyer. I was living in North Carolina at the time, and I made this flyer. This was like 05, 04. And it was like Pittsburgh, PGA's Rep Your Hood. And I came back, and I put all these flyers on people's cars, and people just start hitting me up. And mind you, I wasn't even good at editing. So when I first started editing, it was like kung fu movies. The words wasn't even lining up. It was like, yeah.
Yeah, right.
So, but I just did it.
Like,
And I came in the game doing a documentary.
Okay.
So I didn't, and then I started shooting videos for the rappers.
Yeah.
So I was I would shoot a video, put it on the DVD,
Yeah.
make the DVD, then sell the DVD. I was just making money hand over fist. It's called,
just like your own media company.
yeah, it was called Blocks Projects and Entertainment.
Okay.
So it's still on, a lot of episodes are still on YouTube and stuff like that. It's some wild hood shit in the burg. If you've never seen it, it's called Blocks Projects and Entertainment. If you want to see the real Pittsburgh, when it was raw, when it was gangs, when it was like hoods, type it in. Blocks with 2 C's. Blocks Projects and Entertainment on YouTube, bro. I did, and that etched me in Pittsburgh history forever.
Yeah.
So by me doing that project, going through all these people's neighborhoods,
Facts.
and people giving me a pass to come to their hoods,
Right.
everybody in Pittsburgh instantly loved me after that.
Yeah, because it was just like
Yeah.
the respect factor of them. It's like
Yeah.
even giving you the passes, even like,
Right.
yo, my nigga, like you're doing something like dope. You know what I mean? Respect.
Mhm.
Come in here, like do your thing.
And I had a distribution for it. So once I would get the DVDs, my volume 1, I got it printed up. I got 1,000 DVDs for like $1,100. Shrink wrap, barcoded DVDs, cover, all types of stuff. It was a dope. You know what I mean?
And
was
like
a dope ass cover.
This shit was like, you were all self-taught, bro. Like,
Yeah.
like what was that? Just like even figuring all this shit out and just like learning it. Like from the fucking distribution, from the editing, bro. Like, what was that journey like for you, bro?
It was tough, man. Like learning how to, because there was no YouTube tutorials.
Yeah, exactly.
There was no mentors I could call. There was nobody. I was the person.
Yeah, literally.
You know what I mean? There was nobody I could go to get help.
And it's even crazy because what you're doing now is probably what people are gonna look back on, like, oh shit, like like this is what this is how he got his shit going, like But like obviously now, like it's like like a lot more resources because like again, like you said, there was no YouTube University back then. So just like like how was it just like even navigating that for you, bro? Like,
it was tough, but I did it. You know what I mean? I'm a hustler, bro. Like I always had a mentality to keep progressing forward. Like even when I was in the streets hustling, I'm not staying on an ounce, bro. I'm just using that term.
Yes, no.
Bro, I'm going from an ounce. I'm going from an eighth. I'm going from a half a brick to a whole key to 2 keys to 3. Like, you know what I mean? 4. Right. That's just the type of I'm keep climbing up the ladder.
Facts.
And anything I ever do, bro, I'm never going to be content. I'm never going to stay right there because I'm always going to be thinking about the next move, thinking about moving forward, whether it goes right, whether it goes wrong. I'm going to try, bro. I'm not going to get stagnant. I'm not going to blame motherfuckers. I'm just going to do what I got to do to keep this shit moving forward. So I always kept that my mentality from the streets moving into legit business. Because why, if I'm out here risking my life in the streets every single day for something that's going to put me in jail, get killed, get me indicted, you know what I mean?
Right.
Why not do that for something that's positive that can change my life and change my children's life in a good way? Why wouldn't I put that same effort,
energy,
that same drive, that same energy behind something positive?
Absolutely.
So even though I wasn't the greatest, I always knew like, all right, I'm going to just keep getting better. And Stedderford's helped me get my first distribution. Stedderford's was the record store right here on East Ohio.
Okay.
So that's
still around or
no? No, all the record stores is closed except for Dorsey's.
Okay.
Dorsey's is the only one still open in Homewood.
Okay.
Shout out to Dorsey's. But we had all the mom and pop CD, DVD record stores. Stedderford's was one of the main ones. And when I brought my DVDs to him, he's like, hey, man, you ever think about getting a distribution? I'm like, nah, I never even thought about it because I was just going to sell them hand to hand in Pittsburgh and put them in the store.
How was that even going for you, like, before, like, you even got distribution? Like, when you were just fucking selling them hand to hand?
It was kind of like when I first did the first one. Like, once I got the DVDs back, I took them to the stores and I was selling them on the streets. So the distribution came quick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So once I got the volume, like, I had put my rap CD in Stedderford's before.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But once I got them DVDs back, as soon as I took them in Stedderford's, he had sold like 50 of them, and then he wanted some more. He's like, hey, man, these is going fast, da-da-da. He's like, I get mine from a guy named Pop, Black Star Video in Harlem, and he gave me their number. I called the guy Pop. He's like, yo, send me one of the documentaries. I'm like, all right, cool. He's like, call me on Monday. This was probably like, he's like, call me next Monday. So I called him back, and I was like, yo, Pop, this is a dude that did Blocks Projects and Entertainment, Jay White, blah, blah, blah. He's like, oh, yeah, check that DVD out. He was like, yeah, send me 200 of those. I'm like, 200?
Right.
He's like, but you got to give them to me for $5 a piece. And I'm in my head, I'm like, all right, I got 1,000 DVDs.
Yeah.
I'm selling them on the streets for $15 to $20. If I give them to him for $5, even though it's going still even out, I'm making 10,000 off 1,000 because no matter how many I sell for him, it's going to even out. So I'm still making 10 times my money. So I was sending him 200, 300, 500, 400 DVDs. And I'm calling him. He's like, yo, I sent 300 out Cali. I sent 100 down Texas. And people from around the country start calling me about that documentary because a lot of people never knew about black, like,
so I was even going to say, like, besides him just even calling you for, like, more DVDs, like, did you see, like, was there any other gauge from your perspective that, like, you could see, like, yo, this shit's, like, really popping off? Like, were people reacting that way? Like, when
all right. Yeah, so I had put my phone number on the back of it.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so the city was going crazy.
That was, well, why'd you decide to do that? Just
because people hit me up.
For, okay, word,
hit me up. You want to get a documentary shot?
Shit, all right, yeah.
Good.
Okay.
So some dudes was going to pay me to come to Minneapolis, Minnesota. They was some Bloods back in the day. And they was going to pay me like...
I mean, like, I guess there's Bloods everywhere. Let me do that. But, like, fucking Minnesota's crazy.
Yeah, Minneapolis is wild.
Yeah,
St. Paul and Minneapolis.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of black people up
no
there.
Beef. Shout out.
So people be leaving out of Chicago and all, and they go farther up. There's a lot of black people up there.
Okay,
yeah,
word up.
It's cold as shit up there.
Well, funny word. All right.
Yeah. But they was gonna pay me like $15,000 to come shoot a documentary. It's gonna fly me up there and everything.
That's fire.
But that distribution, because a lot of people have never seen Black Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So it's like, even though it was negative and it was hood and it was gangs and wild shit,
the look though,
niggas
real
were chopped.
look.
Yeah, it was. Just, I was just documenting what the fuck was going on
facts.
in the city at that time for black men. You know what I mean? That's all I was doing was documenting what was going on.
Yeah.
And it changed the trajectory of my film career that fast. You know what I mean? So I did 3 volumes. And then I did volume 1, volume 2, volume 3. I put Wiz Khalifa on there, like when he was still on the come up. You know what I mean?
Tough, yeah.
I put everybody, man. Every like main person from the city was on Blocks Projects and Entertainment.
Yeah.
I made sure I got them on there. I went to damn near every hood except for a few because I couldn't go to a few hoods on the strength of hoods that my neighborhood had beef with. You know what I mean? But I went to a lot of places. You know what I mean?
Bro, like, because like I feel like just it's kind of like the same situation, like kind of like with this podcast, but it's like from your perspective, bro, because like I feel like, man, down the line, I don't care if it's 15, 20 years down the line, like people could like look back at the pod and be like, holy shit, like people were at this point in their career and like this is what was going on with their life. But like, was there any gauge for you when you were like, no one has a look in the Pittsburgh like this? Like, is that?
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
Like that at the time, like
so Pittsburgh, I don't consider Pittsburgh East Coast. Like, even though people be like, nah, Pittsburgh's more Midwest because Midwest, Ohio. It's not on the East Coast.
Fair.
You know what I mean? So Pittsburgh is really like its own shit.
Yeah,
we're just our own shit.
Facts.
Up here in these mountains.
Yeah.
Ain't really shit. No other cities right next to us. When you go over to New York, you got New York, you got Jersey, you got Philly, all that shit.
Connecticut and all that. Yeah.
30 million people within 2-hour radius. You know what I mean? Here it's Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Then you got Cleveland 2 hours away. Then you got all these little small cities, Youngstown. So we just sit on our own fucking mountain.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean? So that's why a lot of times we get overlooked because it's not a metro big ass city and big ass like cities around
area type.
Yeah, it's not. Exactly. Yeah, when I lived in North Carolina and Winston-Salem, you had Winston-Salem, High Point, and Greensboro. Okay. That's 3 cities. Facts, all 3 of those cities got 300,000, 400,000 people.
Damn, okay.
And you know what I mean? And then you got to try it. So you got 2 million people in that area. Yeah. You know what I mean? And Pittsburgh's just 300,000 people in the city. Now, Allegheny County, but it's not a lot of black people in this area. So it gets overlooked when it comes to street stuff, when it comes to black culture, when it comes to a lot of stuff for black people. Pittsburgh gets overlooked, but the people who know. You know, people who have come through here over the years, people from other cities, they like, oh, yeah, the Burgh. Yeah, I know about the Burgh. You know what I mean? I've been through there. But people don't know. They just don't know, you know, because it's not nowhere you just come to.
Yeah.
People that move to Pittsburgh a lot of times from other major cities, they on the run. They did something wild in their city. They snitched on somebody. Right. Bro, they did like. You just don't, because I'm always skeptical of people when they come to the Burgh, bro. Like, why did you come here, bro?
Yeah, right.
Bro, you did something in that city, bro. You don't just move to Pittsburgh. Let's just for a job.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And you just want to get away from one of the bigger cities where it's just too wild for you.
It got too hot.
I dig that. But most of the time, you did some foul shit in your city, and now you're in the burg.
Safe havens, yeah.
Yeah, yo. Now you came here, yo.
That's
but,
fucking hilarious.
hey, it's all good, man. Shit, just don't cause no problems in the burg.
Right.
Something will happen to you here, too.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you got to respect the crib.
Swear.
Yeah, respect the soil, nigga. That's fucking hilarious. But, all right, so when you, cause like your movie Everyday Hustle dropped about 4 years ago, right? That shit is on.
No, that's 2018. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I premiered it in 2018.
Okay,
yeah.
well,
damn,
yeah,
that
son,
was a minute.
7
Time be
years ago.
flying, yo.
Like a
time,
motherfucker, bro.
yeah.
But dropped that movie, 7
I
years ago.
freestyled that.
Crazy. So, but like, and at 66K on YouTube, man, go to his YouTube page, fucking check that out.
Yeah,
man.
type in Everyday Hustle movie.
But so, what made you peel off from like the documentary style into like something like a little bit more?
So all right, I was always into the music scene, right? Mm-hmm. If I would have still been in the music scene, chasing rappers or being with rappers, I would have never been able to do my own projects.
Right.
I was always helping rappers build their career.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Which is nothing wrong with it.
Yeah,
I always was
fact.
a team player. But I always knew that I had more talent than everybody I ever shot a video for. And that takes nothing away from no rapper.
But you were just being
I have a different type of talent, bro. I'm behind the lens. I have a vision.
right.
You know what I mean? Not saying rappers don't have a vision, but my vision behind the lens is a totally different vision.
That's a fact.
So by me leaving the rap music stuff, it just came to a point I got tired of it. So then I was able to like, damn, I could do my own projects that are movies. And, you know what I mean? I got 7 documentaries under my belt.
Yeah.
So I still was doing stuff in the music when I was still shooting a lot of rap videos and stuff like that. But my focus was more on it's me now. You know what I mean? Like, I got to depend on myself for this shit. Like, I'm shooting this Everyday Hustle movie. And when I came up with the idea, my daughter was 6 months and she was just crying and I was in the house by myself. And at the time I was working in the labor's union when I came up with the idea.
Okay.
Like I had a regular job. I still was filming.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, I should make a little short film about being a single dad raising my daughter. But I'm married. I got a wife.
Yeah.
But she was at work. You know what I mean? And I was off that day. And I was like, damn, I should make a little short film. And I just started coming up with ideas.
Okay.
And make a long story short, I just was using my friends like, yo, this is the scene. I just need you to say this in the scene and the rest we're going to freestyle. So I didn't have no script written for this film. I just had like scene and just tied scenes together.
So like there was no script throughout the process. Like you were just yo, this is the scene.
No, there was no script, bro.
Word up.
So once I knew I could freestyle a movie,
that's crazy.
I knew I could do anything.
I mean, pretty much.
If I get some money behind it.
Yeah,
dudes cannot even freestyle rap nowadays. But I freestyled a movie, bro.
Yeah.
Niggas cannot tell me nothing, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like a 65-minute movie, bro, with no script, no budget.
And 11 minutes to be exact.
Yeah.
That's all the time stamp.
Bro, I just did it.
That's crazy.
It's not perfect. It's a Tubi movie.
Yeah.
I shot it in March, which is the worst time of year to ever shoot a movie in Pittsburgh because it rains, it snows, and the sun is out. Yeah. So the continuity of Everyday Hustle is all garbage, bro. Homies, the continuity's terrible, yo. Yeah. I got the one outfit on, it's snowing, then it's sunny out, then it's raining. Like, hold on, bro. What the fuck is going on? But now I learned my lesson. Never shoot a movie in Pittsburgh in March or April, bro.
The nigga just mostly wanted to see why he got a turtleneck on in this joint. Like,
yeah, bro, it was wild. Yeah. So if I ever put it on, if I'd ever put it on Tubi, they'd be like, "Yo, man, this continuity's trash." But it would have probably got me some views. But hey, listen. I did it, bro. It was a learning process, man. I just used my friends. I used my resources, and I just created a film, bro. And I premiered it. What was so dope, I premiered it at the August Wilson Center. I sold over 500 tickets, bro. 500 people didn't come, but a lot of people came. I sold 500 tickets, bro.
It's your first movie. You premiere at the fucking, a historical.
I had a dope-ass premiere. I just had people in it. I don't even got a lot of close-ups in the movie or nothing, bro. There was scenes. I would just set the camera up, and I'm like, and this is me and you talking, like, this is the scene. I didn't even think to shoot close-ups and shit, bro. I'm like, damn, this is, I don't know, like, it was like a million things I learned since then. Like, Damn, I ain't got no close-ups hardly in the movie. I got some, but I'm just like,
but like you said,
bro,
you were just willing to.
I just was willing.
You want to do it.
Yes, you have to be willing to try shit, man.
Right.
And like, even if it's not the greatest, you gotta do it, yo. You just gotta you gotta go out on faith, bro. You gotta just bet on yourself, man. Like I got all the confidence in the world in myself, bro. I always have, bro. I'm not the best filmmaker. I'm not the best editor. I'm not the best colorist. I'm not the best shooter with film.
Yeah.
There's people better than me at every single part of it. But at the end of the day, I am me, and nobody can fuck with me, bro. That's just how I feel. And I'm not in competition with nobody. Yeah. But me, I focus on me, bro. Everybody's better than me.
Absolutely.
They might be. Yeah. Everybody. Niggas got better cameras than me. Niggas got more. Whatever. I don't give a fuck, bro. It doesn't matter to me because I'm focused on what I'm doing, bro. I don't care what nobody else is doing.
Facts.
Unless it's somebody I bang with, that's my homie, and we rocking with each other. But I'm not being jealous and envious of somebody, of their accomplishments, or they did more than me, or if they got, bro, I got to focus on my own world.
What do you think that comes from, like, you know, with you, just like that spirit, that energy?
I don't know. Yo. Probably because my mom's side of the family is a little bit, I ain't going to say selfish, but we got a certain smugness about like my mom's side, like my uncles, my aunts, like my family just like, what? Like we just got a certain attitude about us. And I guess the part of it that got in me just really just was amplified to where I'm just like, yo, I'm that nigga, yo. I don't care if I got $1 in my pocket or 10 million, yo. I'll be cool with a millionaire and I can hang with a homeless person, bro.
Exactly right.
There's a thin line between all that. Fact. And I'm humble. And another thing, I'm humble as hell no matter how much I accomplish, bro. I'm humble. I don't smirk people. Yeah. I don't. When you said, bro, I want you to come on my podcast, I don't care what you got, bro.
The first thing you said to me, bro, it's like, yo, bro, bro. I was like, yo, bro, like I'm not trying to press you, man. Like I know that you got a plan. Yo, bro, don't even worry about that.
That's one thing. I mean, sometimes people do be busy, but I don't. I don't like trying to I'm not better than nobody. Fact. I'm better than anybody who don't try.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree. No, I agree, bro.
If you don't try, if you don't have no drive, if you don't have nothing you trying to do, I'm way better than you.
Yeah, right.
But if you out here, you doing something, you got this podcast, me and you's on the same level, bro. I'm coming to rock with you.
No, bro.
Because we both building together. I got an audience. You got people. I could tap into your network. You tap into mine. We all building together.
I agree, man.
So that's what it really is at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I ain't fucking with nobody who don't got no drive, bro. If you don't got no drive, I can't bang with you, yo.
I think because a lot of people that not a lot, but it's been said on the podcast that a critique about the city, so people ain't willing to collab and
man, that's a fucking lie, yo. Okay, people always try to make Pittsburgh like this is the only city with haters in the world, bro. Pittsburgh's crabs in a bucket, bro. I've lived in all types of cities. I travel everywhere. Niggas get shot, hated on, go to jail, every fucking city in the world, bro.
Yeah, right.
It's the same everywhere. It's just our numbers is lower with black people, bro. We just have the least amount of black people. Bro, niggas is haters. New York is 20 million people.
Facts.
All them niggas do is hate on each other. New York niggas is the hatingest niggas on earth.
That's a fact.
Nigga, if you ain't from Brooklyn.
Do something like if you already established and it's all right, whatever. But if you're trying to build something, niggas in New York will
bro,
they're a tough audience, man.
But they got a lot of people. That's what I'm saying. Their numbers is so big.
Yeah.
But Philly niggas is haters. So it's it ain't Pittsburgh, it's Pittsburgh. All them Philly niggas don't. You see the podcast and none of them niggas don't like each other. Yeah. So don't just say it's Pittsburgh's this and that. Niggas hate everywhere, bro.
Right.
Cleveland, Cincinnati, fucking Detroit. Bro, everywhere you're going to find haters and you're going to find people with motion. I just so happen to be one of the people in Pittsburgh that is on the motion side.
Yeah, right.
I'm not on the hater side.
Right.
I'm not on the crabs in the bucket side, bro.
Right.
I don't operate in that space.
Right.
So there's people who I collaborate with people me and you's collaborating right now.
Facts, 100%.
I can't worry about niggas who's haters and niggas that ain't doing nothing and all that.
Yeah.
Bro, who's doing something? Who's trying to get it cracking? Who's trying to get this money? Who's trying to go to the next level? That's who we focus on, bro. Fuck niggas that hate.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Niggas is gonna talk shit every single day. But at the end of the day, while they talking, they're gonna be like, damn, that motherfucker really is doing the shit. I mean,
but
you can hate all you want, bro, but
look at the transcript.
Yeah, the resume adds up. The background adds up. Your work ethic adds up. So a motherfucker really can't say nothing at the end of the day when you got all your shit buttoned up. You know what I mean? They'll go back to third grade and hate on you. Oh, man, I beat that nigga up in second grade, bro. That nigga did.
But look at the file you have to pull, nigga. Like my third grade file.
That's what they'll go. When they can't find nothing, they'll go back to first grade with the hate, bro. So
I remember his shoes was untied. He he had the Velcro straps, not the laces. I remember that in about kindergarten. I remember that.
Yeah, bro. It just is what it is, bro. You just gotta just keep doing you, bro.
100%.
The end of the day, man.
I mean, bro. On a more positive note, though, bro. Like your first fucking feature film that you directed, you premiered in the fucking August Wilson Center.
Yeah.
How did that fucking feel? Like, how did that come together?
So it was so let me tell you, it was one of the greatest experiences ever. You know, man, I had a red carpet.
Yeah, that's fire.
Man, I sold it out. We did a speaking panel afterwards. My man Brian Cook interviewed me on stage. You know what I mean? Premiered it. Everybody, you know, so many people came and showed love, man. There was people that came from out of town, and they was like, I just seen this on Facebook. There was something to do in Pittsburgh. This old black couple came and seen my movie. They was like, I'm proud of you, young man. I don't even know you. We from such and such. It was one of the most monumental moments in my life, yo, to premiere a movie at the historic August Wilson Center. And the August Wilson being the person that he is to the city of Pittsburgh with all the plays and films they're doing to him now. To be able to premiere my movie there. Now, on the other side of it, so that week of me doing my movie, so the lady from the August Wilson Center, she went on TV. She was talking about all the events. Oh yeah, we got such and such coming, such as. She said everybody's event except for my movie premiere.
No,
which she might not have knew about because I didn't go through their ticketing. I didn't go through the Cultural Trust ticketing.
Why not? Like what?
Because I'm selling my own tickets.
Fair.
I'm not having y'all slice my tickets in half. I'm an independent filmmaker.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, you should have known there was a young black independent filmmaker from your city doing a film at Shaw Historic August Wilson Center. Fair. And that was the only thing I felt some type of way about, but I really didn't feel no type of way that much. I didn't really like, you know what I mean? Yeah. I was like, it just is what it is.
Fair.
But I was like, we have to celebrate our own people, and not saying you got to praise me or nothing like that.
Yeah, right.
But at the end of the day, if you want to come up and you doing something, people should be like, yo, and you doing something at somewhere premiere, like you doing your pod, so like you doing your podcast and you going to Gillian Wallow studio to do your podcast. Gillian Wallow should be like, yo, man, we got my man here, bro. He been using our studio. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Throw you a
No. Yeah.
Right.
But then like you don't like also want to come off like yo, like you're asking for it, but it's like yo. Again, I'm like from the city. Like no one helped me out with this shit. It's like throw me a fucking bone.
Yeah.
You know,
so it was just like, you know, they didn't say my film, but
whatever.
I don't care because I sold more tickets than it was a major person that came.
That's what I'm
saying.
That
shit was empty as hell.
If they had mentioned it, you probably would have got that final push to like it like you would have probably had more than 500 people that like wanted to buy, but you only like the 500 seater. So like it probably would have got sold out. But you know, it is what it is.
So I learned I never expect nobody to market and promote institutions, anything to push my stuff. I gotta push my own shit, yo. Homies, I always just was like that. Like I gotta market my own stuff. I gotta put my own stuff out there. Yeah, I mean, bro, you might shoot motherfucking 9 million jump shots, bro, but that one 3-pointer might want to get you $1 million.
No, bro, you know it's a you know, and like it's been said a bunch of times. So like I'm not sure who the earliest person I could trace it back to is Mark Cuban, another Pittsburgher man. Shout out to Mark Cuban, but like he's like, you only got to be right one time. Yeah, you only got to be right. I'm just like, you know, and like that quote just resonated with me.
Yeah, bro, I had a lot of failed businesses. I had a trucking company like right before COVID. I had a whole 18-wheeler, bro. Yeah, like I invested a lot of money into that. One of my homies from Charlotte, North Carolina. Shout out to my homie Majid. He put me deep with the whole trucking game. I drove from Pittsburgh, picked him up in Charlotte. And we drove to Gulfport, Mississippi, and picked up an 18-wheeler. Damn, you know what I mean, without the trailer on the back. Yeah. But I had a T680. What was it? A Kenwood. Okay. T680 Kenwood. And he drove that shit back to Charlotte. I only seen my truck like 2 times. Stayed in Charlotte for a week. We did all the paperwork. Yeah. So this was April 1st. COVID had just hit in March.
Facts.
So the loads was low. I lost a lot of money. Like I did the trucking company for like a year or something, bro. But I kept losing money. I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, I mean, my trailer was $12,000. My truck was like $50,000.
Some motherfucker.
And my insurance was like $4,000 a month in Pennsylvania.
Christ.
And I end up switching my company to North Carolina. I put my man on my LLC, and then my insurance went down to like $2,000.
Okay.
But bro, I had a whole trucking company. I've tried shit, bro. You know what I mean? Like, even though it didn't, I ain't gonna say it failed. It was nothing's really a failure. It's always
like a
lesson learned. You always learn something from it. You know what I mean? But I lost a lot of money,
bro. I ain't no stranger. I mean, cause bro, and like I'm not gonna go through my fucking story again, cause again we're 188 in. Niggas know my fucking story, but I'm no stranger to that, bro. Like, as soon as I graduated college, like I literally got all my jobs like a fucking temp agency. I've like worked in just so many environments, bro. Just fucking so many environments. Like some were like I could kind of see myself doing this, and like others were like, what the fuck am I doing? You know what I mean? But you know, I moved here like a little bit after COVID, happened too, bro. So like, bro, I'm no stranger to fucking we just fucking keep it pushing, bro.
You said you moved here to do this podcast.
Yeah, right, bro. Yeah, bro, from Maryland.
Maryland. See, that's what I'm like. You took a leap of faith and moved to Pittsburgh. Like, I'm coming to Pittsburgh.
Not on the run, son, I promise. Like, I ain't do no foul shit.
Necessarily. Say I ain't snitch on nobody down there, man. I moved here for a job.
For legitimate reasons, so you feel me? So that's fucking. But bro, again, Everyday Hustle, man. So like, what was the reception like, man, after that premiere? I'm just like, even far after that, again, the shit got 66K on fucking YouTube, bro. So like,
and I uploaded it late too. I only uploaded it probably like
a couple years after you dropped. It dropped. Okay, yeah. So like, cause like
been on there that long
on YouTube, it said 4 years ago, but like you have again premiered 3 years prior to that. Yeah. So
So I uploaded it probably like 2 years later on YouTube.
Crazy.
Yeah, and it's been a good journey, man. Like my film, me picking up a camera, bro, changed my life.
100%.
You know what I mean? It was the most epic thing I've did, bro. Like I found a skill set. I found something. I found my passion. I found my purpose. So everything I've done with a camera has exceeded my expectations because I didn't really have no expectations coming into it. Because I just was like, oh, I'm
fuck it. Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
So everything I've did has exceeded my expectations, bro. I got 7 documentaries I did. I had 3 blocks projects in entertainment. I got Pittsburgh State of Mind, which was I premiered that in the Southside Works Theater.
Okay.
2015.
Shout out, man.
So before, so that was a music documentary with a lot of rappers and stuff.
Fire.
I did Pittsburgh Underground Railroad. So that was about when a lot of people like runaway slaves and safe houses and and all that type of stuff, like the history of that. I did that with a historian, Miss Martin. We did that in 2019. We premiered that at Soldiers and Sailors and at the Tall Theater out Wickley. Okay. So that was another one. I did a documentary for a rapper, Owie, called Stay Down. And, yeah, that's it. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
3, 4, yep. Yeah, I did it. And then I started working on another one with somebody. I started working on my own called The Refumentary.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I didn't finish it yet. So it's just really just about me, my life growing up in Pittsburgh. But I didn't finish that yet. I've been taking my time with it.
Word.
So doing all those documentaries, man, doing a feature film. I probably did like about 7 short films, you know what I mean?
Yep.
A feature. I got Everyday Hustle. So I got a lot of stuff under my resume of film, bro.
Facts.
From me doing it. I've been doing it for 20 years.
Fucking
you know what I mean?
Yeah, facts.
Like I started with mini DV cameras.
Right.
Then I went to DSLRs.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Film cameras, black man. So it's been a journey, bro, but I wouldn't change it for the world.
100%. No, bro.
It's been up and down. Sometimes I've had a lot of money. Sometimes I've been broke as shit.
Yeah, bro.
But at the end of the day, bro, I wouldn't change it. I have my freedom. I don't have to go to a job and work for somebody and motherfuckers over my shoulder clocking me and all types of bullshit that people deal with at jobs.
Yeah.
And I respect everybody who goes to work for a 9 to 5, bro, because people deal with so much bullshit on jobs. Especially being a black person, bro, because a lot of these companies be on bullshit. They be racist, bro. Like, it just is what it is.
Yeah,
like,
right.
They're not going to sugarcoat it.
Yeah, right.
Black people will get treated like shit at some of these jobs, depending on where you at.
100%.
So the people who do that, I commend them.
Right.
That ain't for me, bro.
Yeah.
It's not for me because I hustled in the streets.
Right.
So I always had my own empire in the streets. And I said, well, I can make our own empire legit.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, bro. No, but just like with the people in like, the jobs, because again, like, I work a 9 to 5, just like, like balancing with this stuff. But again, like, some people, once they get the 9 to 5, like they just kind of forego everything that they maybe want to do, or like we're thinking about doing. Like a lot of people sacrifice that one. Like it doesn't really have to be that, but for the people that do, that's just even like some more weight on their shoulder, because it's like, yo, like I'm killing such a part of myself by not even, pursuing other shit, man. Like,
you have to. If you got a job, you better be doing something else to make money. You better be doing something else to keep you sane, something that you're passionate about.
right.
I don't care if you knitting sweaters, bro.
Right.
Get you a hobby, get you a skill set, get you something that you like to do, because a job will hire you and fire you in the same day, bro.
Yeah.
They do not care about you, bro. You're a number.
Yeah, for real.
You're a number. Just like in jail, bro. You're a number, bro.
Yeah.
You'll die on the job. The next day, they'll recipe such and such. And somebody replacing you the next
day. The new
day.
employee will wear the shirt. It's like, yo, R.I.P.
Yeah, you cannot care about these jobs like that.
Yeah, right.
Like, I used to be working jobs and you like manufacturing stuff, and they be put, we made $20 million. Motherfucker, you paying me $10 an hour.
Yeah.
The fuck I care about $20 million y'all make. You know what I mean? Think about that, though.
Shave some of that off. No. It's real shit. It's bro.
You go on the meetings they do.
Trust me.
Clap it up, everybody. We're going to give y'all some cupcakes. We made $30 million.
Yo, here's a slice of pepperoni pizza. Like,
pizza party.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah,
you crazy?
I know.
Like, I always look this shit like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? The best job I ever worked was when I worked for my uncle. Because it was my uncle's company.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
So like you can at least rationalize, like, okay, like I'm working with my uncle, you know what I mean? It's like we're building.
And I learned, and it was a painting company. That was my favorite job I ever had.
Yeah.
Was working for my uncle.
Facts.
And other than that, bro, and then when I lived in Germany, I used to live overseas in Germany for 2 years.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, bro. I lived in Mannheim, Germany.
Okay.
So when I got out of high school, my mom moved to Germany when I was in the 6th grade.
Copy, okay.
So my aunt was in the military, and where my aunt lived, people from my family would move with her to get out of Pittsburgh.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get out of this ghetto.
Yeah.
And my aunt would always let people, people move with her or help people.
That's love.
Set up.
Yeah, that's love.
So my aunt was in Germany. My mom went over there when I was in the 6th grade. And once I got out of high school, I went over there. So my Uncle Moore, he's 4 years older than me. He's more like my older brother.
Okay.
I'm 46. He's almost 50 now. So everybody thought we was brothers growing up.
Okay.
He went over to Germany when he graduated high school in 95. He's still over there. My Uncle Moore's still in Germany.
For real?
Yeah, he married a German girl. He got 3 little mixed Germans.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so he's been over there in Germany longer than he's been in the States.
That's
now.
fucking incredible. That's nuts.
Yeah, so me going over there once I got out of high school, because, I think, bro, I was gangbanging, bro. I was in high school. 11th grade, my aunt moved from Germany to Fort Leavenworth, Kansas in probably like 95.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Probably like 96.
Okay.
95, 96.
Okay.
My mom still was over in Germany. She ended up meeting my little sister, and his dad was a Nigerian guy. She ended up marrying him. So my mom was over there and my Uncle Moore was over there. My Aunt Rhonda was back in the States.
Copy.
So they're not living on an army base. My mom and my Uncle Moore, Moore we lived off of, they call it the economy. We live where all the Germans and Turkish people and Africans live.
That's crazy.
So, bang, 11th grade, I was cutting up in school. I went to Fort Leavenworth, Kansas to stay with my aunt.
Okay.
I did 11th grade there to help me graduate. I came back 12th grade. I graduated from Carrick High School.
Okay.
Carrick.
Yep.
Bang, graduated high school. My grandma and granddad said, you going over to Germany with your mom. You ain't staying here. You be getting into too much stuff. Send me to Germany.
Yeah.
Like right after I graduated in June, I went to Germany 2 days after my birthday.
I was down for you, son. Like,
so Germany was the best experience ever in my life.
I'm sure. I mean, that's
like,
fucking crazy. Yeah.
I was 18 at the time.
Yeah.
Just turned 18. So I was able to buy liquor. I was able to go to clubs.
Yeah, right.
I was able to work. So I didn't live on an army
Those
base. Europeans
be getting down, bro.
Yeah.
They know how to get down.
It was the best experience, bro.
Yeah.
It was the best experience. Being 18 over there was like I was 21 here and some. Like I was going, like they had whorehouses over there, bro. Germany was wide open, bro.
Yeah, dog, I know.
And people think just German. There was so many different races of people.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say.
So it was so many. Okay. It wasn't just like when I came outside, nobody speaking English.
Yeah.
Like people was speaking German, Turkish, African, Moroccans, bro. Everything, Russians.
Yeah.
There was a lot of Iranians, bro. There was every type of race of people. So I lived like in Germany. If you got a house, you're basically rich. Everybody lived in an apartment complex.
Okay.
So we live in them big like New York type apartment complexes.
Crazy, okay.
13 floors.
Yeah.
So I'm coming outside. It's all different races of people just outside. And my Uncle Moore lived across from my mom.
Yeah.
In another apartment complex, like right there. So I had to walk all the way up the street past this one Army barracks and then get on the subway to go to the Army base. It was called BFV, Benjamin Franklin Village.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like probably like a 10-minute subway ride, but they called it the Strauss, which was the streetcar.
Okay.
So I had to get on the streetcar to go on the Army base. And in order to get on the Army base, you got to show your ID card.
Right.
You know what I mean? If not, you got to have your passport.
Makes sense.
Nobody could come on the Army base if they're not American. If they don't have an ID card, they don't work on there. Like Germans could work on the Army base if you got your passport.
Mm-hmm.
So going on the Army base, boom, they had the clubs on, and we would go to different Army bases around Germany and go to parties and shit.
Sounds
bro,
crazy, nigga.
The women over there, bro, I'm not lying, bro. I was hitting chicks that couldn't even speak English.
Yeah.
All types of races of women, bro.
Yeah, right.
Black and French, Asian and Filipino mix, Moroccan and Turkish.
It's exposed to a different,
It was, and the weed
something you probably would have never have seen.
Bro, the weed over there was the weed that I smoke now. I
Yeah.
stopped smoking. Well, I stayed over there for 2 years.
Yeah, right.
I came back like the beginning of I went over there like 98. I came back the end of 99. I was there about a year and a half.
Okay.
Going into 2000. And when I came back, I stopped smoking weed.
Yeah.
You know, I stopped smoking weed when I came back to Pittsburgh because like there was this African dude. His name was Lai. We used to go to his crib. We'll get him pay like $20 American money, or like $30 in German marks.
Oh.
At the time, Germans had marks. This was before Euro.
Okay.
And he'll give you like a 20 sack, or you could get him like $20 worth of stuff from the commissary, which was the American store, like the Giant Eagle.
Okay.
Because they can't come on the Army base.
Yeah.
So we would go like 5, 6 of us. We'll catch the Strauss, which was the subway to this nigga's crib.
Yeah.
African nigga. I'll never forget this nigga's name was Lai, bro. We knock on his door. Yo, Lai, what's up? He looked like the dude used to play for the Steelers, Chooks Okafor, yo.
Okay, all right.
So if you look up Chooks Okafor, you'd be like, oh, all right. That's, you know what I mean? So I'd be like, Lai, what type of weed you got, bro? He would name 10 different types of weed he had. He'd be like, yo, I got some AK-47. I got some Super Skunk. I got some Purple Haze. I got some. This is in 98.
Yeah. Flavors in 98, yeah.
This is in 98.
Flavors.
Pittsburgh had nothing but dirt, bro. I've never smoked no good weed hardly in Pittsburgh till like 2000 when niggas start getting like, you know what I mean, haze and all that type. But bro, when I came back, it was just 50. They called it 50 quarter. Like it's mid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I was smoking the Hydra of Hydros, baby. White Widow, White Russian, Super Skunk, bro. All types of orange hair shit, red
flavors,
hair,
man, yeah.
bro. Because Amsterdam was like 3-4 hours from where I was at.
Yeah,
but people
sense.
in Germany grew their own weed and shit.
Yeah.
Like they did their own shit. But bro, that experience was the dopest. I had the most fun. I probably got some little mixed kids over there in Germany.
Yeah,
something running, bro, that I don't even know about.
Wrestling fan, fucking just
bro.
like German.
Yeah, bro. I probably got all types of little mix. I didn't hit no German chicks the whole time I was over there.
Right.
I know I ain't got no mixed German kids.
Stupid,
but them mixed black ones and the ones that had some color in them,
right.
Some nationality in them. Yeah, I was definitely, I definitely probably got.
Right.
Yeah, Asian, I probably got
textbook quality.
Who knows, yo? Right? Yeah, I was cutting up
some of those encyclopedia joints. Yeah,
I was having the time of my life in Germany.
Nah,
bro.
but that's fucking
but
dope,
I had
bro.
a hell of a life. Bro.
Yeah,
That's why my mentality's always.
It's different.
I moved around. I seen a lot. You know, I lived in North Carolina for 10 years. I lived in Germany for 2 years. I lived in Fort Leavenworth, Kansas for a year. That was a weird ass town down there. But what's so crazy is, when I went to Fort Leavenworth High School, 11th grade, that helped me graduate.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I was cutting up in school, 9th and 10th here. That down there, if you don't go to school, they call your house.
Yeah.
So like I was always smart. I was able to get my schoolwork together. So this one girl I was cool with, she went to that school, and she ended up being she's like a famous actress now. She's been on Baller. She's the main actress on the show Reasonable Doubt.
Okay.
I went to school with her. I was cool with her.
All
like,
right.
yeah, me and her kicked it like a few times. Like, she liked me and shit. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to like.
No. Yeah, right.
Bringing up something like, me and her was cool. Like, I liked her. Like, we was, you know.
No, we're chilling. Yeah. Y'all were kicking it.
But I ended up seeing her on a short film years later on something BT. I'm like, bro, she looked familiar. And I looked up her name. I'm like, man, I look like such and such. The one girl Yvette. I knew her from Kansas. Make a long story short, I end up seeing her on something else. I'm like, bro, that's her, bro.
Yeah, man.
She like changed her name, and I'm like, bro, I was like, that's crazy. She became a famous actress, bro.
My son.
I'm like, damn, that's, you know what I mean? I liked her back, and that was my little boo for a little hot second, yo.
Bro,
we ain't never do nothing or nothing, but I liked her. She liked me, you know what I mean?
We've touched on everything, man. Like I want to get no, cause like, bro, and again, man, let me just digress.
For sure, man. Yeah, you know, I got a hella stories, bro.
No, facts. But just cause like I want you to speak on it, man. Like y'all see the belts, man. Let me even try to
we got
up.
Yeah, we ain't even get
I mean, bro. Blam coming out. Yeah, this shit don't want to stay up, but fuck it. But you know, Blam, man. You know, you're telling us, you know, again, you're close to, you know, finishing the movie, man. But kind of walk us through, bro, bro, here's the funny shit about life. Just like, you know, real quick, man. We went to, you know, Barrel and Flow, and like we had seen your booth, and it was just like, yo, like you're filming a wrestling movie, and like again, like I'm a wrestling fan, bro. Anything wrestling pretty much already got my attention. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, and so like you just always kind of stuck with me. I'm just like, okay, word, like. I'm just like, you know, keep an eye out for that, man. Like you know what I mean? Like that was like maybe like 2 years ago, but here we are, man. And you know, like you're on the verge of the drunk coming out, man. So just give us a little bit about like how you came up with the idea and like, you know, what it took for you to you know, make this movie.
So Blam, man, this is the project that can change my area code. You know what I mean?
Word up.
This is the project that can get us to places we never been. Mm-hmm. So I've always been a wrestling fan growing up.
Same,
you know what I mean? I come from the era of being a kid, making cardboard and aluminum foil wrestling belts.
Oh,
you know what I mean? As kids, like, you know what I mean? Wrestling in the hood. Pittsburgh's a wrestling town.
Yep.
So,
100%.
like, in the hood, Blam is a slang word for slamming somebody in the burg.
Okay.
That's black Pittsburgh slang, Blam. Okay. You'll never hear it nowhere else. Mm-hmm. We say, niggas, man, I'll blam you. That means I'll slam you, bro. I'll slam the hell out of you. I'll take you to the 12th. Take you up to the 12th floor and dump you, bro. And blam you, bro. Or take you to the devil.
That take you to the 12th is hilarious.
That's black Pittsburgh slang, bro. Original black Pittsburgh slang.
To the 12th.
So I was watching old wrestling clips. So mind you, I'm the golden era wrestling. I stopped watching wrestling for real after Stone Cold and The Rock.
Okay,
that was like my last era.
I mean, that's fair.
You know
that's probably the best.
I didn't really like. No, I know John Cena.
Of course,
but I wasn't really watching
tapped
it
in his whole like
the John Cena era, and you know, kind of after.
Sure,
but I come from that Ric Flair era, the Macho Man, Randy Savage, Junkyard Dog, Dusty Rhodes. Like when the interviews had you, bro, when they were steroid and coked up, and you like, yo, he's the hardest nigga ever.
Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah. So I was watching an interview of Hulk Hogan and Macho Man. Like, I don't, you know, Hulk Hogan passed away, but you know, he did a lot of racist shit.
Yeah,
so, you know, I ain't like, no, I'm not doing all that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm watching the clip when they was becoming the mega powers.
Okay,
you know?
100% fired.
And Macho Man, and he was like, if we shake hands, the world's going to blow up. Yeah.
That shit is so
cracking the hell up because it brought me back to my childhood.
100%, bro. Yeah.
Like a lot of things that made us happy, a lot of things that we love. Like now that we older, we just live day to day, and we got to tap into our childhood sometimes.
Agree, bro. You're talking to the bro. I completely agree, bro.
I used to catch snakes when I was a kid, climb trees, build clubhouses. So thinking about stuff when you was a kid, and I watched that clip, and it brought me back to my childhood, and it was like, damn, yo, I loved wrestling so much. And I was like, I'd never seen nothing about black wrestlers ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, The Rock, they had a TV show for a little bit, but I'm talking about inner city, from the hood, black wrestling.
Vex.
And I was like, damn, what if I could do a little short film about black wrestlers? Make it a comedy or something.
Yeah.
So me and my business partner, Lay Lansky, me and him was already working on a whole nother movie. We had 70 pages written. So I called him. I was like, yo, this was in January 2021.
Okay.
Yep. This was January 7th, 2021. I was like, yo, I got an idea, you know what I mean, for another movie. He's like, well, what do you mean? We already got 70 pages in on a movie. Like, what are you talking about, bro?
Right.
I said, bro, a wrestling comedy movie, bro. I didn't even have the name Blam or nothing yet. He's like, bro, all right. Like, I was like, bro, I'm coming over your crib because me and him meet up we've been meeting up every Wednesday for like the last, matter of fact, after I dip from here, we got to go meet up and do some editing on Blam. Me and him meeting up every Wednesday for like the last 6 years working
crazy,
on it. We're editing, writing, like I might go to his crib at 6 p.m. Might not get home till 2, 3 in the morning sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the type of dedication it'd be taken. And it's like me and him just boom, boom, boom. We didn't really know I knew how to format scripts. So
Right.
when I came up with an idea, I went to his crib, bang. He's like, yo, I thought about that shit. He's like, that is a good idea. And we just start thinking about characters and shit.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, bro, we got to pull from them 80s and early 90s characters of wrestling because that's was the heart of
Wrestling.
the idea.
Yeah,
bro.
facts.
So we start coming up with ideas and a little storyline. And I was like, yo, I got 2 dudes. They could be a tag team. And mind you, these 2 dudes didn't even know each other from a can of paint. It was just 2 dudes from the burg that I knew from. I knew one of them growing up, but the other dude, I didn't. I just was friends with him on Facebook.
How'd you talk him into doing that? Like,
bro, it was easy
Yeah,
because
yeah.
everybody in Pittsburgh's pre-hype. We already banged with wrestling.
free hype.
Yeah. Everybody's already like wrestlers in the burg, bro. If you see me, I've been talking like this. I'm, you know what I mean?
Nigga, free hype is hilarious. Son. That's
So
funny.
we already got wrestler energy in Pittsburgh,
Yeah,
bro.
right,
We just
right,
always,
right.
oh, yeah,
You cut a few promos
Yeah.
already here, like
right. That's what I'm saying, yo.
Yeah.
It's just our nature here
Yeah.
is wrestling because we grew up on it. So I told him but both of them, Tito was always funny and wild.
Yeah.
Walt was always doing little comedy skits.
Right.
I said, bro, these 2 would be the perfect tag team.
Okay.
Now, mind you, I said this about them being a tag team probably 4 years before I even came up with Blam. I was like, if I ever did something wrestling, I'd make them 2 niggas a tag team because they're so
Yeah.
the opposite of
Okay.
each other. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
they would fit.
Yeah.
And when I came up with the movie I did, it was the first 2 people I thought of.
Wow.
Walt and Tito as a
Okay.
tag team. And I was like, let's make it about a tag team tournament. And me and Lay. Lay's a rapper. Lay can freestyle. He's top of the head. He can write. He's good with boom, boom, boom. Saying how somebody taught. And we just start coming up with ideas. And I was like, yo, I put it on Facebook like, yo, we doing a wrestling movie. Send us some different characters.
Yeah.
And some of my homies start sending me names of characters like, yo, have a dude named such and such. Da-da-da. He's like this. I'm like, oh, shit. And for like the whole year, we just was writing, coming up with ideas and shit like that, like kind of putting like we was going to shoot a pilot. So we did a casting call.
Okay.
And when we did the casting call, I already still had my main 2 actors.
How's the response to the
We did 2
initial
casting
calls? Okay,
Casting
cool.
calls was dope.
Okay.
A lot of real wrestlers came.
Was it like your
Yeah.
first time even like sent something like that up, like the other casting call?
I did a casting call before. I was trying to do a movie called Jitney about jitneys.
Okay, yeah.
But I couldn't never get the budget.
Oh, son of a okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we did 2 casting calls. We got enough actors. Boom. I was like, man, we got a lot of people to choose
Yeah.
from. Now, mind you, only knew one wrestler in the city of Pittsburgh. That was Duke Davis. Now, mind you, he's from
Davis.
TME. Duke
Yeah.
Davis and Gannon Jones Jr. Those
Yeah,
two
shout out to
wrestlers.
yeah. Okay, no,
Yeah.
I know, cuz, yeah, bro. No, definitely.
Yeah. So I didn't
Sounds
know
like,
Gannon at
that
the
shit
time.
sounds mad familiar.
I only knew Duke Davis because he was in PK. I knew Duke Davis was a wrestler.
Yeah.
Duke Davis used to have, before it was called podcast,
Yeah.
this was a show.
Yeah, right.
His show was called VA to Press, and he interviewed me on his show in 2014.
Fire.
I seen him in PK Delay's rap video, big as hell, doing wrestling shit, like in the video, like he was in a wrestling. I'm like, oh, VA to Press is a wrestler now. So once I came up with the idea of Blam, I reached out to him. I'm like, yo, bro, I got this movie, da-da. So he ended up coming to my old warehouse space I had. I said, yo, I'm going to try to shoot it in here and get a ring and put it in here.
Yeah.
I didn't know where to get a ring or nothing. So he's like, I got a tag team partner. I'm like, oh, that's dope. Because the movie's about a tag team. I was like, y'all could just be the tag team champs in the movie. You and your tag team partner.
Yeah.
He was like, all right, word. So we end up, boom. They end up being the tag team, but we still was built in the story, and then we still didn't have a budget. So we put together an Indiegogo, and we raised $10,000 in 30 days
Holy
on Indiegogo.
shit.
I put the lucha mask on.
Shout out to y'all.
and with
Yeah.
the wrestling man.
I think you're even in the lucha mask when I fucking saw you at Barrel and Flow.
Yeah, I definitely had the mask on.
Yo,
yeah.
dude, this
Yeah, I
is,
definitely-
you know, life is wild. But yeah,
Mask on,
go ahead.
Yeah. So bang, we raised the money that was able to start production. You know what I mean? We had the script written. Mind you, we was going to do a pilot. We was going to pitch it as a series. But man, we shot 5 wrestling matches.
Okay.
And we shot a couple other scenes. I'm like, bro, we got an hour of film right now.
Word.
So we had to go back and make it a feature film.
Wow.
So mind you, I had to go put backstory on the characters,
So
add more scenes.
just even real quick, with the matches, were they just regular matches or just like matches for the movie?
It was matches for the movie.
Okay, match for the
Yeah.
movie. Okay, word. All right, copy.
Yeah, I had wrestlers come from Cleveland,
dope.
Buffalo, DC.
That's
Like,
dope.
yeah. It was like 3-4 hours away. A lot of because
Yeah.
basically it was like kind of like Blam's their own territory.
Type vibes, yeah.
So I end up getting PWX Wrestling let me use their facility.
Dope.
Now, mind you, how I got PWX Wrestling was from a dude named Aaron Lester. Aaron Lester was a black dude from Larmer.
Mhm.
I'm cool with both of his brothers.
Yeah.
His brother Clyde D, he liked something on my Facebook. It wasn't even nothing about wrestling.
Yeah.
I went to his page. I'm like, who's this dude? You know what I mean? You know, somebody like your stuff, and you just go check.
Yeah, no.
And it
Facts.
said PWX Wrestling. I'm like, this is a black dude who does some wrestling in Pittsburgh.
Word, yeah,
Like,
facts.
I didn't even know PWX was in Pittsburgh.
Bro,
I
yeah.
didn't know nothing about it.
Dude, like that's what even drew me to your stand. I'm just like,
I
inboxed like your wrestling. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I inboxed him. I said, yo, what you do with wrestling? He said, oh, I manage a wrestling league in McKeesport.
Oh,
I was like,
for
for real?
Yeah,
He said, yeah, come check us out. I said, bro, I need a space to shoot my movie in.
it's crazy.
You know what I mean? And when I went out there, bro, it was Average Joe's gym, bro. It was fucking perfect.
Yeah.
Bro. Like, the ceiling was
Average
leaking,
Joe's,
bro.
yeah,
Like the
right.
weight room was the old white weight equipment.
Yeah. Like, no,
God,
this
gym
is
weight,
exactly what
bro,
you need. Yeah,
church
right.
pews in the rest of the locker room, bro. Like dirty, like, bro, it was perfect for a because Blam's
That's
about a
so-
struggling league,
It's
bro.
real though. Like it's just real.
This
That's
is
why
how
yeah.
like God be working, bro, and then they let me use their facility for free, bro.
Fire.
You know what I mean? They didn't charge me. It was like, yo, bro, I would have to take their stuff down, put my Blam ring skirt up, take their yellow turnbuckles off,
Yeah.
put black turnbuckles on.
So I mean, you
Come
pretty much set up.
up,
Yeah.
Put Blam up over their PWX sign, put black gauze over it, then put my little Blam sign under it. Bro, I had to do a lot of shit when we was filming that stuff, but
yeah, bro.
it was all worth it, bro.
Of course,
Yeah, we
yeah,
put
yeah.
the whole shit together. Like I designed these belts.
Yeah, dog. Which is, I mean, bro, crazy.
Bro, even the looks of the wrestlers, bro. A lot of the dudes who ain't real wrestlers,
Yeah.
I came up with their costumes,
That's
bro.
crazy, dog.
You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Like Lay was intricate with the writing piece, with the how somebody talks.
So I mean, bro, fuck the directing. Like
Yeah,
every step, every aspect of this movie,
The
you
marketing,
touched.
bro. We had Blam beer, we had Blam wine, bro. We
Yeah,
got
bro.
belts. We have a real wrestling league that sits inside of a movie, bro. So the IP for this, we got trading cards. We ain't even dropped yet.
That's crazy.
We got plush dolls. Like we got all types of shit, bro. I'm gonna make action figures. There's so much different stuff with Blam, bro. So real wrestling league is just inside of a movie, bro.
100%.
You know what I mean? And it's funny as hell, and it's gonna be a cult classic.
Yeah.
It's Friday meets Nacho Libre, bro.
Yeah, dog. That is
The best way I can explain Blam.
dog. So like, what? I mean, just because it sounds like you were just, again, just like way more, I guess, involved. Because like, I guess Everyday Hustle didn't necessarily require all this shit.
Right, no,
Like,
no,
so like,
no.
aside from that, like your approach to like, filming Blam, how did that evolve from Everyday Hustle to now?
Well, I had to learn a lot, man. You know what I mean? From freestyling a movie and just throwing it out there,
Sure.
like having people signing paperwork and having people who knew different stuff. I was reaching out to people who've worked on films. People, I got my audio guy, boom pole operator for this movie.
Sure.
I got a DP, my man Star named Moore. You know what I mean? I got a co-director. Me and Lay's the director. You know what I mean? I got PAs, production assistants. I got
Right.
people helping with making Blam posters and signs for people in the stands. I got caterers helping. It's a whole fucking production, bro. Like we was doing wrestling matches. That shit was requiring like a 20-man crew. You know what I mean?
And like they
And
were
a lot of people worked on this shit on the strength.
okay. Wow.
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
that's
Like
crazy.
we didn't have a big budget to pay
Yeah,
everybody. Like
that's love, bro.
yeah.
That's love, bro. So, and so like everyone that is wrestling in the movie, like they're all wrestlers. Like you
No,
like,
no.
they're not. So like
No,
I was like,
no,
did you go
no.
about
No,
teaching or like yeah.
So I'm gonna give you just
Go ahead, yeah. Go ahead.
So my tag team, my main two actors, they wrestle another tag team.
yeah.
It's the worst best match ever.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Yo, it's the funniest because it's supposed to be funny.
Yeah, sure.
And it's supposed to be not the best because
Sure.
damage.
Yeah, right.
But I got the real wrestling dudes wrestling against each other.
Right.
And I got my dudes going
Amateur-
against real wrestlers.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
sure,
So
sure.
my dudes, my main two actors, Walt and Tito, they did go train a little bit
Yeah.
for wrestling.
That's-
And that shit made me respect wrestling
Bro,
so much more
100%.
once I seen the training process of it.
Absolutely.
You know what I
Absolutely.
mean?
Yep.
Once I was there, and it's like, yo, this is what they gotta do? Oh, this is
That
crazy.
shit is no
You know what I mean?
joke, bro. Like, like we interviewed a few wrestlers on here, bro, and it's like that first bump is like, very, very, very telling,
Yeah.
man. Just kind of wrapping up here, Jay. Again, I want to thank you so much for coming through. So this was
For sure.
a hell of a pod. But just real quick, just like one last thing about Blam, bro. Like, what do you want, people or like, the audience to like, walk away feeling or just like knowing after they watch Blam?
So I wanted the world to see Black Pittsburgh, bro. Yeah, I mean, from the slang to the comedy, just how we operate, just how we move, just how we are to the world. It's an untapped market.
Yeah.
Black Pittsburgh is an untapped market to the world, and Blam is going to open up the world to Black Pittsburgh, bro.
Oh man.
And I'm cool with that. Hopefully, all my actors, I want them to go on and get other gigs and other movies and stuff like that. Like how Denzel and Spike Lee. Spike Lee was putting Denzel in his movies early on before he was who he was.
Sure.
Denzel ended up being the best actor of all time.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Being in Spike Lee's movie. Spike Lee still went on to have a hell of a career. So just being able to create more films, being able to just put this movie out to the world for people to love it, man. Like, people love wrestling. People love to laugh. And it's something people never seen before, yo.
Yeah.
People have never seen black wrestling from the hood, yo.
Right.
From a real hood perspective on the comedy side.
Right.
You know what I mean? At that, yo. So it's going to be something, man. The world, it's going to take the world by storm, yo. People going to be like, yo, man, you got to watch that Blam movie, yo. I don't have a doubt in my mind about it, yo.
Word up, man. I'm very excited for it, man. Jay, thank you so much for coming through, bro. This is the point of the pod, man. Again, like, if you want to plug, pretty much anything you got going on, obviously Blam, but again, just like, let people know about your social media, where they can find you.
Yeah, you can hit me up on Facebook, James S. White. On Instagram is J White Digital. That's JAY White Digital. We got Blam Wrestling on all social media platforms. BLAM. That's a slang word in the bird for slamming somebody in the hood. That's hood bird slang right there. Also, I got a group on Facebook called Blam Fam. That's Blam and then FAM. It's a group. It's a private group. If you send a request, I'll accept you in the group. And, that's where I post a lot of just the personal stuff about Blam. Like when I sell the movie tickets, I'm putting it in Blam Fam first. So you can join that group. That group is a lot of loyal people who've been loyal to Blam since day one. And I got a podcast called On the Homies Podcast. Homies with 2 Z's at the end, no S. We just started that podcast, and I'm just out here, bro. And I create a lot of content for Black Pittsburgh. So I do a lot of nostalgic Black Pittsburgh content, bro. And I just create content every day. I'm out here, man, getting it cracking. Jay Ruff Bone White.
My man, listen, MIC Podcast, episode 188. If you don't respect what Jay got going on, man, I don't know what's wrong with you, man. Where everyone is a master of their own creation. Have a good one, y'all. Peace, man.
Boom.